Strickland.
Raise your flag or even the score. Take your shot, ready for more. Surrender, there is no other choice. Set my soul free now. Light it up on fire. Bet on me, I got you. Pick a number.
Bassel with a block downfield, breaks the tackle, stiff arm. Charm off. 1 second.
influencing the ones that do it best. Oh yeah, started moving with the crew. You got a few, we got a slew. We trying to do what they said that we couldn't do. Oh yeah, I ain't living with regrets. Ain't no limits, ain't no rest. Yeah, want money, power, respect. No one wanna be blessed. We want the legacy. We got the hope and we bring in the remedy. Working it steadily. We want the glory. We want the blessing. If I do it, I'ma do it for the glory. Ain't nobody gonna do it for me. Kill it every day up in the morning. It's a blessing, so I do it for the glory. The glory. The glory. You know I do it for the glory. The glory. When I do it, yeah, I do it for the glory. For the real, I know how they used to feel. Now I'm here up in the field, making these moves, making these deals. I make something out of nothing. I ain't bluffing, no discussion. Look at the numbers, I've been hustling. Little rough around the edges, still I made it though. Still I just been laying low. Man, I just feel grateful though. I know where I come from, man, I ain't alone. Yeah, and I feel so blessed. Too blessed to be stressed. And I'm with the day unos. They don't ride to the death. We got the legacy, we got the hope, and we bring in the remedy. Working it steadily. We want the glory, we want the glory. If I do it, I'ma do it for the glory. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna do it for me. Kill it every day up in the morning. It's a blessing, so I do it for the glory. The glory. The glory. You know I do it for the glory. The glory. When I do it, yeah, I do it for the glory.
This is a race, can't none of y'all beat me. Boy, I'm so good, it feel like I'm cheating. No weather the storm, I feel like I'm season. This type of drive could push Lamborghinis. Get you some sign and have your own sneaker. I'm in the band, I'm pushing the meter. A legend like John for everyday people. I got the heart of a champion. I got the blood of a winner. I don't know how to be stagnant. I got way too much ambition. I keep on beating statistics. How would I be denied? My only option is winning. I'm crossing the finish line. I am the greatest. Nothing can stop me now. The time has come for me to take my crown. I am a champion. No one can slow me down. The world is mine. Once I cross the finish line, I'm number one. I put myself in a place where nothing can top me. I feel like I'm space. It's bigger than profit, but still I get paid. My thinking colossal, not minimum wage. Talk to the loss like I know the way. Stay on my job like who need a break? It wasn't possible. I heard him say, but I'm like MacGyver to all my mistakes. Running back home, now look at the bases. Been winning so long, I feel like a the power. Can't be scared when you're in the dark. You should never let the fear make you run away. Fire still burning for another day. Fight for the power.
Oh, he's got another one! He's got another one! Oh, wow!
As that ball bounces across the middle, he is onside.
Strong last 4 minutes of the first half. Pause.
Go, hey, when we get the ball back, punish him.
Traffic with the and one. Going right, passing left. There's a touchdown pass to Strickland.
Raise your flag or even the score. Take your shot, ready for more. Surrender, there is no other choice. Set my soul free now. Light it up on fire. Bet on me, I got you.
Castle with a block downfield. Breaks the tackle. Stiff arm.
Hope wins! An unbelievable comeback by the Dutch.
He turns that charm off. 1 second.
Hey, if I do it, then I'm doing it to death. Oh, yeah. I'm influencing the ones that do it best. Oh, yeah. Started moving with the crew. You got a few, we got a slew. We trying to do what they said that we couldn't do. Oh, yeah. I ain't even We want the legacy. We got the hope and we bring in the remedy. Working it steadily. We want the glory. We want the blessing. If I do it, I'ma do it for the glory. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna do it for me. Kill it every day up in the morning. It's a blessing, so I do it for the glory. Hey, the glory. Hey, the glory. Hey, you know I do it for the glory. Hey, the glory. Hey, hey, when I do it, yeah, I do it for the glory. For the real, I know how they used to feel. Now I'm here up in the field, making these moves, making these deals. I made something out of nothing. I ain't bluffing, no discussion. Look at the numbers, I've been hustling. Rough around the edges, still I made it though. Still I just been laying low. Man, I just feel grateful though. I know where I come from, man, I ain't alone. Yeah, and I feel so blessed, too blessed to be stressed. And I'm with the day they don't ride to the death. We got the legacy, we got the hope, and we bring in the remedy. Working it steadily. We want the glory, we want the glory. If I do it, I'ma do it for the glory. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna do it for me. Kill it every day up in the morning. It's a blessing, so I do it for the glory. Hey, the glory. Hey,
have your own sneaker. I'm in the band, I'm pushing the meter. A legend like John for everyday people. I got the heart of a champion. I got the blood of a winner. I don't know how to be stagnant. I got way too much ambition. I keep on beating statistics. How would I be denied? My only option is winning. I'm crossing the finish line. Number one. I put myself in a place where nothing can top me. I feel like I'm space. It's bigger than profit, but still I get paid. My thinking colossal, not minimum wage. Talk to the loss like I know the way. Stay on my job like who need a break? It wasn't possible. I heard him say, but I'm like MacGyver to all my mistakes. Running back home, now look at the bases. Been winning so long, I feel like a native. I got what you want, but you cannot take it. I do what you don't, cause I'm more creative. I put me on, no help for your favors. I'm breaking the mold to show you the flavors. I got control, you can't enable. I'm using my flaws to make me the greatest. I'm number one. I'm number one. I'm number one. Yeah, I'm number one. 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 Yeah, I'm number one. I'm number one. You'll see it all comes together. My dream, I bleed, I'll give the better part of me. Be free, break free, release the strong enemy. Just breathe. Fight for the power. Stand your ground, don't let it go. Fight for the power. Can't be scared when you're in the dark. You should never let the fear make you run away. Fire still burning for another day. Fight for the power.
Oh, he's got another one! He's got another one!
Oh, wow. As that ball bounces across the middle, he is onside.
Last 4 minutes of the first half. Pause.
Go, hey, when we get the ball back, punish them.
Traffic with the and one. Going right, passing left. There's a touchdown pass to Strickland.
Raise your flag or even the score.
charm off. 1 second.
If I do it, then I'm doing it to death. Oh yeah, I'm influencing the ones that do it best. Oh yeah, start moving with the crew. You got a few, we got a slew. We trying to do what they said that we couldn't do. Oh yeah, I ain't living with regrets. Ain't no limits, ain't no rest. They want money, power, respect. I want more, I wanna be blessed. We want the legacy. We got the hope and we bring in the remedy. Working it steadily. We want the glory. We want the blessing. If I do it, I'ma do it for the glory. So I do it for the glory, ay, the glory, ay, the glory, ay. You know I do it for the glory, ay, the glory, ay. When I do it, yeah, I do it for the glory. For the real, I know how they used to feel. Now I'm here up in the field, making these moves, making these deals. I made something out of nothing. I ain't bluffing, no discussion. Look at the numbers, I've been hustling. Little rough around the edges, still I made it though. Still I just been laying low. Man, I just feel grateful though. I know where I come from, man, I ain't alone. Yeah, and I feel so blessed, too blessed to be stressed. And I'm with the day unos, they don't ride to the death. We got the legacy, we got the hope, and we bring in the remedy. Working it steadily, we want the glory, we want the glory. If I do it, I'ma do it for the glory. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna do it for me. Kill it every day up in the morning. It's a blessing, so I do it for the glory. The glory, the glory, you know I do it for the glory. The glory, when I do it, yeah, I do it for the glory.
This is a race, can't none of y'all beat me. Boy, I'm so good, it feel like I'm cheating. A well of the storm, I feel like it's season. This type of drive could push Lamborghinis. So get yourself signed and have your own sneaker. I'm in the van, I'm pushing the meter. A legend like John for everyday people. I got the heart of a champion. I got the blood of a winner. I don't know how to be stagnant. I got way too much ambition. I keep on beating statistics. How would I be denied? My only option is winning. I'm crossing the finish line. I am the greatest. Nothing can stop me now. The time has come for me to take my crown. I am a champion. No one can slow me down. The world is mine. Once I cross the finish line, I'm number one. I put myself in a place where nothing can top me. I feel like I'm space. It's bigger than profit, but still I get paid. My thinking colossal, not minimum wage. Talk to the loss like I know the way. Stay on my job like who need a break? It wasn't possible. I heard them say, but I'm like MacGyver to all my mistakes. Running back home, now look at the bases. Been winning so long, I feel like a native. I got what you want, but you cannot take it. I do what you don't, cause I'm more creative. I put me on, no help for your favors. I'm breaking the mold to show you the flavors. I got control, you can't enable. I'm using my flaws to make me the greatest. I'm number one. I'm number one. I'm number one. Yeah, I'm number one. 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 Yeah, I'm number one. I'm number one. I am the greatest. Nothing can stop
beautiful view of DeVos Fieldhouse. How about some top-ranked Division III basketball, MIAA style in this overcast Saturday afternoon from the Lakeshore. Glad to have you along as we've got a dandy for you today. Two teams at the top of the league in the MIAA. The Trine Thunder, they are undefeated in MIAA play and ranked 18th in the nation, taking on a Hope College Flying Dutch team that is ranked 11th in Division III basketball. They've won 5 straight to Hope firmly in second place. I am joined with Lucas Shelton. I am Mike Coleman, and Lucas, the man in the know about Hope women's basketball. Now, we've got some drama here, but not in the sense of we've got a battle between first and second for the championship, as Trine is clinched, Hope is clinched second. But what are you liking about this matchup between these two teams?
Well, you know, Mike, that's a really good point. Like you said, it's not like there's a lot on the line from that standpoint, from the tournament standpoint today, right? Everything's set at those top schools. But if you've been following MIAA basketball, if you're a fan of the Flying Dutch or the Thunder, you know this rivalry means just a little bit more for these two teams. They have been battling it out for years coming up now. Some incredible matchups we've seen in the Final Four of the national tournament, some, you know, here, some down in Angola. So for these two teams, it doesn't matter if things can't shake up in the tournament. They want to win this game. For Hope and for the Thunder, this win would propel them into the national tournament. Not that that's what's riding on it, but teams are looking to host. We were just talking with Athletic Director Tim Schoonville before this game. Teams are looking to host tournaments in the postseason. These are top 25 wins for these teams, right? Every win matters at this point. As we look at Hope, they're coming off of a very commanding win earlier this week over Albion, 80-44 this past Wednesday. Sydney Viss led the way with 18 points there. Albion got the better end of Hope a few weeks prior to that, you know, over in Albion, Michigan, and that's kind of why Hope is not in contention for this top seed in the MIAA tournament. So that was, you know, really shook things up for these two teams. Trine, a great win for them over Calvin here just earlier this week, 71-65. That was a close one right down the stretch. That game was tied going into the fourth quarter. Trine loses that game. Things are looking much different here at DeVos Fieldhouse. So a lot has played out. You know, the 1 and 2 seeds are set for this tournament, but will be an exciting afternoon of basketball here.
Well, Trine has not played in a week after that Calvin game last Saturday that you alluded to, Lucas, and that get-right game against Albion right here at DeVos. But, you know, you look at things from the perspective of the last time they met back on January 7th, way back then.
Yes.
And that was a game where Hope lost by 6, but the fact that they were leading going into the fourth quarter, or they were tied, they had it right on their fingertips, but really hot shooting by the Thunder.
Yeah.
I think they were 5 of 7 from three-point land to secure the victory.
Yeah, and the MTI Center is a tough place to play, Mike. I've been down there to watch many games over the last few years. That's a tough place to play. So Hope was able, like you said, to hang with them, was leading the game, Trine ultimately able to prevail in front of that home crowd. Really excited to see what happens here this afternoon. DeVos Fieldhouse is filling in. We've got a ton of Hope women's basketball alumni in attendance as well. Always a fun one for these Hope fans.
You know what I like about this matchup? Andy Rang in his 8th season already as Trine head coach, hard to believe, but Brian Morehouse, the stalwart, the senior leader in the MIAA in his 30th year. You know, you look at the career numbers for Coach Morehouse against teams in the MIAA, but against Andy Rang, he's 8-8. These two teams have shared or won the outright MIAA title in the last 11 seasons. A beautiful stretch of dominance.
Right, yeah, and then we saw, that's a great point. You know, Calvin last year kind of shook things up in the tournament, able to beat that Trine team down in Angola for the MIAA tournament championship. That's a great point. It's been these two teams at the top for the last few years, and no different this year as well.
You know, Lucas, you really have a pulse on Hope women's basketball. Really quickly before we go to the national anthem and the starting lineups, you know, we talk about all the things that really on the outside that Hope does so well. They're 21-3. They've won 5 straight. What are the intangibles that you see from this ball club? It's a young ball club that you really enjoy.
One of these things for this team that's, you know, fun to watch is they just get out with pace and play fast. If they can win games, a lot of times it's because teams can't keep up with that. We watched against Hardin-Simmons here a few weeks ago. Hardin-Simmons played with that same pace, and they kept it close for a lot of the game. Trine is very similar. These two coaches, these two teams know each other very well. If Hope can get out and play with pace, beat Trine down the floor, and get the better of them in that sense, I think Hope can really take advantage of this afternoon. If Trine can match that energy and give it right back, I know it's going to be a battle the entire afternoon here, Mike.
And it's really interesting. Both these teams are fairly young. If you look at the general roster scoreboard, Trine doesn't start a senior, and Hope only has 3 seniors on their roster. So it's going to be very interesting as this plays out. Another surprising thing, Trine has won the last 4 games in this rivalry. Kind of surprised me when I saw that.
I know, yeah.
We'll stay here, but stay silent for the playing of the national anthem and the starting lineups by Darren Deistermars here on this Saturday.
Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America with the singing of our national anthem, please welcome Hope College Junior, Mr. Kyle Spiegel.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kyle Spiegel. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DeVos Fieldhouse here in the campus of Hope College for today's MIAA contest between the Thunder of Trine University and your Hope College Flying Dutch. Here this afternoon, starting lineups. First for Trine at one forward, a 5'9" junior from Hanna, Indiana, number 10, Olivia Marks. And at one forward for the Flying Dutch, a 5'10" senior from Byron Center, number 25, Sydney Viss. At one forward for Trine, a 5'11" junior from Couts, Indiana, number 24, Allie Capuch. And at one forward for the Flying Dutch, a 6'1" sophomore from Hudsonville, number 34, Maddie Petrulia. Starting at center for the Thunder, a 6-foot sophomore from Decatur, Indiana, number 44, Haley Cole. And at center for the Flying Dutch, a 6'2" sophomore from DeWitt, number 20, Leah Richards. Starting at one guard for the Thunder, a 5'6" freshman from St. Peter, Minnesota, number 2, Annika Southworth. And at one guard for the Flying Dutch, a 6-foot sophomore from DeWitt, number 10, Anna Richards. And at the final guard spot for Trine, a 5'8" freshman from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 3, Callie Nichols. And at the final guard spot for the Flying Dutch, a 5'8" junior from Grand Rapids, number 22, Taryn Maynard. Trine University is coached by Andy Rang. Hope College is coached by Brian Morehouse. Your officials this afternoon, Raleigh Madison, Randy Reese, and Earl Beatty.
Well, we talked about youth being served on these lineups, and the starting lineups are really a litmus for that. Trine starts 2 juniors, a sophomore, and 2 freshmen, and Hope College will counter with a senior, a junior, and 3 sophomore for 2 teams. Trine in first place. They've won their 2nd consecutive regular season championship. Hope will finish as the number 2 seed, both with the 21-3 records. I think, Lucas, keys to the game. You want to go in and break that schneid against Trine. Trine, but this would be a huge momentum builder going into the tournament next week with a win.
Absolutely. This is last game of the regular season. We've got tournament basketball, March basketball on the mind, and you want to do everything you can to keep that team heading up and to the right as we get into postseason play.
Tipping off will be Leah Richards for the Flying Dutch, and Haley Cole, the sophomore out of Decatur, Indiana. Leah out of Lansing, Michigan, won by the Trine Thunder in their dark blue top and bottom with the gray and light gold. Hoping their home whites with the orange numbers and lettering and a blue trim. Feet inside, good reflection by Leah. Kick out and hope with a nice transition D. Quickly to Maynard. First-year starter goes perpendicular kick out. Sydney, long ball, 3 on the way, off the mark, chased down, and a good rebounding team in the Trine Thunder.
This is going to try to get going here early. 18-point game for her the other night at Albion, seeing if she can pick up and keep things going here this afternoon.
Good split of the D for Trine. Come away empty, looking for our first basket. Hope, solid offense, 78%, but my goodness, Lucas, 47% points per game that Trine allows. That's some lockdown defense.
Absolutely it is, and so we'll be really interested to see what this Hope team can do to kind of play against that.
Kick out, and now we've got a travel call. All sorts of commotion in the lane, and the first turnover of the game for a Hope team that is 11th in the nation in fewest turnovers. I would imagine, Lucas, that's going to be a big factor today.
It absolutely will, and this Trine team plays great defense as well, tries to force those turnovers. So seeing how Hope, again, like I said, it's two teams that do things very similar, you know, rebounding, forcing turnovers. Who's going to win those battles is going to be key this afternoon.
Yeah, you look at the numbers and the stats are carbon copies. You're just wearing different uniforms as the first foul of the game. We'll go against Maddie Petrulia. Lucas, we talked about her before the broadcast. She has been on fuego in the last few ball games.
Yeah, a great shooter, Maddie Petrulia, and she has really stepped into that the last few weeks. We have just seen red hot from deep, so will be very important for Hope to get her going early and see how she can also facilitate.
Capuch misses the long 3 ball. She's a whiz. Good feet inside. Leah Richards from sister Anna, and a 2-0 Hope lead.
And there's that pace of play we were talking about before the game, Matt. Hope gets that rebound, gets out early. That's what they do well. They want to get out and run.
Kelly Nichols, the freshman starter, doesn't score a lot, but she's a very heady player for newbie, and Trine coughs it up but gets it back on a fortuitous bounce. Rejected by Leah Richards. It'll stay with Trine, but good lockdown defense down low by the bigs.
Richards already on that first play of the game, we saw her kind of fronting in the post, was able to get that long arm up, tip things away, force a turnover. Almost got away with another turnover there. Stays with Trine at this end, but great job. Shot blocking ability by her.
That's a great matchup. Haley Cole, who's very physical. Leah trying to force up on her, and Haley misses short. Chase down Maynard, picks up the mess. 2 on 3, but don't tell her the odds. Maynard up and in off the window.
Coming out strong, Maynard got Southworth just turning, had her back to her, and Maynard saw the advantage right to the left side. Awesome awareness by the point guard.
Hope bringing the energy early on, 4-0. Trine averages 72 points a game, second in conference. They're very capable offensively. First in the league at 43%, and that one off the mark by Capuch, and another rebound by Petrulia and the Dutch. 4-0 early on. Anna kicks it out. Maynard thinks about the 3 ball off the mark. And Lucas, offensive rebound for Hope, tries to kick it out. I'll get to my point in a minute. Layup, reverse layup, can't get it to go. But Hope, a good shooting team, but has been streaky the last few games.
Yeah, they have really up and down. You know, we've seen Petrulia, like we were talking about, come out hot a couple games as Southworth knocks down that mid-range jumper, but really has been a team affair up and down for them from shooting.
Southworth with the basket, coming off a career-high 21 a week ago in the last game for Trine against Calvin in that victory. And Trine on the board for the first time. Hope defensively gives up 51 points per game. That's 44th in the country, so 2 solid defensive teams. And a Trine reach-in foul, their first of the game.
And if you watch shooters like Maddie Petrulia, when they catch the ball, they are stepping into their shooting motion. Every time she gets it, she's going to be ready to shoot. Whether she does or not, obviously up to her in the defense. But Nichols is closing out very hard on her. That's something that's in that scouting report for Trine. Don't let her get open shots.
Boy, Maynard misses it high off the window as Lauren Leach, one of 3 seniors on Hope's team, checks in the ball game. And number 4, Sophie Gazelle for Trine. Kick out, Capuch. Maynard on her, that's a good matchup. Capuch has a nice release on that 3. She comes in at 37%, that one. And a cold shooting Trine theme, tipped away, and much to the Hope fans' chagrin, that's going to stay with the Thunder.
Yeah, I don't know if we have a replay of that one, Mike. That one looked like Trine may have been the one to punch it out, but ref was there. He probably got a better angle at it than we do, but a lot of Hope fans disagreeing with that one.
Well, nice crowd on this Saturday and one of the marquee matchups, 2 top 25 teams in Division III. As a travel trying to make her mark and make that move, and Olivia Marks, the junior out of Hannah, Indiana, is going to get caught with a walk, 5th in the league in rebounds. She is not a big frame, Lucas, but she is a rebound magnet at 7.5 per game. 4-2, Hope with the lead.
And sometimes those rebounds, that's just heart and hustle, Mike. You know, it doesn't matter if you're the biggest or the smallest. If you can get in there, throw your body around a little bit, and that's something she does well.
Here's Katie Blasey, the sophomore out of Franklin, Wisconsin, just outside of Milwaukee for the Flying Dutchman. Last week, I was talking with Sam Hargraves after the game and Hope men's win over the Comets, and he was talking about men's player Parker Hovey for Hope, and he says, here's a 6'5" guy battling 6'8" guys and winning the rebound battle just because it's a matter of will.
Right, exactly right, Mike.
Especially on the offensive side of things. Quick release 3-ball, short. Lazy tries to battle down low, and I think we got a reach over, and that's going to go against the Thunder. Who are they going to call that on? Gasell.
And that's a really good point about rebounds, Mike, is, you know, offensive rebounds especially, that's more of a basketball IQ thing. Where can you be at the right time? Can you read how that shot's coming off of a player's hand? Where's it going to bounce off the rim? A lot of times, you know, bigs might just get caught standing up and looking, waiting for it to fall into their hands. If you can just be a little bit smarter, find the right spot where that ball's going to bounce, that's where you can snag those offensive rebounds, get those second chance opportunities for your team.
And that's what I like about Trine. They're in the middle of the pack as far as field goal attempts, but they get a lot of second chance offerings. They've averaged 17 offensive rebounds in their last 6 games. That's tremendous second half
Such
opportunity.
a difference maker.
Anna for 3, short. 3-ball has not been a friend so far. Good rebound by Blasey. Cut through 3 dark blue jerseys. Anna with a stop and pop from 8-0. Offensive rebound try, scooped up and Trine with a carom. Madison Wagner, the sophomore. Inside, good look. Gasell, nice feed in the first basket. Inside by Trine. We got a 4-4 tie.
Yeah, great quick pace of play there by Trine. Got it inside and just without hesitation able to get that one up and off the glass.
High off the window. Good penetration move by Anna Richards. She'll go to the line. And for Trine, their 3rd foul. Who are they going to peg that one out? My goodness. That's on Gasell, her 2nd.
Yeah, so 2 quick fouls on her, so she's going to check out of the basketball game, the freshman. As we take a look, Anna just trying to get around that corner, and Gasell making things difficult. Ultimately had good position, but just a little overly aggressive on that one.
Good physicality by Anna Richards as she marks the free throw. Hope, not the greatest free throw shooting team, and I always wonder about that at 70%, 5th in the league. When it comes down to crunch time, is the second one is good. 6'4" Hope. Came in at 65% did Anna Richards. And she's off to a strong start. 2nd team all-conference last year. She had kind of a slower start, Anna did, and then has really heated up lately, especially from 3-point land. Speaking of 3-point land, that one skirts off and circles a drain, and a nice rebound on the other end by Leach. Good feet pass, misses the puppy down low. Hope comes away empty.
Man, great vision by DeSmith there, just getting it up and quick to Blasey, just unable to finish that one.
Good to see Lauren Leach in for Hope. She's only played 18 minutes on the last 3 with 0 points, but being the Angola, Indiana kid, she loves playing against Trine.
I know, it's got to mean a little bit more for her, Mike.
Beautiful drop down 3-ball. Zoe Williams, a sophomore out of Goshen, Indiana, gives Trine the biggest, or their first lead of the day, I should say, halfway through the first, 7-6. Thunder. Hope almost coughs it up. Man-to-man defense on both sides being applied by coaches inside to Blasey. Tries to bang one off the window, got the membership bounce, and Hope takes back the lead.
And Blasey's someone who, you know, colleague Matt Wayner and I, shout out to him, I know he's listening here this afternoon. We've talked about her a lot this year. She stepped into a role when Grayson Guy went down with an injury earlier in the season, and she's just helped this team immensely. They saw what Blasey could do, and she stepped into a big role here this season as she knocked down that layup.
Yeah, I agree. 10 minutes of action, 3 points, 3 rebounds per game. That's great production in limited minutes. Well, it's next up mentality.
Yeah.
8-7. Wayner, he owes me money, by the way. I wish he was here.
Matt, you hear that?
The voice of Hope College women's basketball with Lucas Shelton, just happy to try and fill his shoes. Kick out, Lauren Leach for 3. That one circles out in a collective groan by the Hope faithful. Leach has averaged almost 8 points a game in her career against Trine, which is tremendous. Blasey almost got away with Cole back in the game topside with a foul, but no harm, no foul. Good double team tipped away. Good defense. Open arms. Fielded by Anna Richards and into the arms of a Hope teammate. Inside to Blasey. Lost the handle. Ran into Cole, a brick wall. Trying to make something happen as Southworth weaving kick out. As Trine works the perimeter. Cole likes the topside for a big. She's not a three-point shooter per se, but they set her up there in the pivot, and that's a good dribble drive, penetration basket. 9-8, our score. We knew it'd be tight. Look, she got such a great defensive team in Trine. How do you break a team that's so locked down defensively?
You just have to be very efficient with what you're doing. Honestly, you want to do all the little things right. Crisp passes, Mike. You want to know your team cards. Brunsberg knocks down the triple. Huge corner three for her. Just don't be sloppy. We've seen this Hope team sometimes. They might play up or down to their competition, get a little lazy on offense, and let teams force them into turnovers. Against a team like Trine, that's just going to come back to bite you in the butt, Mike. You want to make sure you're crisp and firing on all cylinders against good, sharp teams like this.
By the way, Brunsberg came into the game 5 for her last 20 from 3. Can she make her second straight? Why not? Santa Maria!
Incredible extra pass from Lauren Leach. She was set up on that left wing, had an open triple. Get it to the hot hand, Mike. Get it to Brunsberg wide open in the corner. 6 quick points for Hope College.
The Chaska, Minnesota junior with a spark off the bench for Brunsberg. Averaging 4.5 in 13 minutes, and another basket down and low as Trine able to feed. Good basket by Zoe Williams, her second of the day.
Something on that layup, Mike, that isn't going to show up in the stat column. Cole was down there on that right block. She shielded Blasey right as she was going towards the layup, so just makes things difficult for that off-ball defender to come over and help. That's just a smart play out of the veteran right there, to be able to do that and just make things easier for her teammate.
Yeah, Cole, I've always thought she's been a very heady player. Side iron effort on the 3 ball by Anna Richards. Hope up by 3. Set up by the 2 straight 3 balls by Chloe Brunsberg. Trine is yet to hit a 3 ball, 0 for 3. Nice feed inside. Cole, the recipient of a beautiful pass. That's a nice assist by Madison Wagner, another good-looking young player, just a sophomore. Her sister's name escapes me from last year. Sydney Wagner.
Sydney Wagner, great player for Trine.
I think she was the all-conference MVP, if I'm not mistaken. 3rd in the league is Madison from three-point land, and had a career-high 21 in the victory against Hope on the 7th. As that one rejected. DeSmit comes away empty. Kick out, good defense down low. Top side, open look 3 ball, and Trine's first 3 is still looking to be had, but a good putback rebound. Zoe Williams has been a spark off the bench for Trine. My goodness, she's got 9 points already. As Anna will take it to the rack, she'll go to the line on the Trine malfeasance.
Both teams playing fast, Mike, and the game's just been going fast. I just looked up at the score. We only got 2 seconds left in this first quarter. I don't know where that went, but an exciting first so far we have in Holland, Michigan.
It always does. 2.4 seconds, and we've got our first media timeout of this game. Lucas and I will step aside here on the Anchor Network with Trine up by 1.
Welcome to Car Center. We're an automotive collision repair company with multiple locations throughout West Michigan. We take care of your car and all the details so that you can focus on what matters the most.
Creating quality repairs today is much more complex. That's why we have set standards that make sure everything is done with precision and quality. So when our job is done, your vehicle is back to pre-accident condition and meets manufacturer warranties.
Fixing cars is our job, but helping people, that's our business.
Hope students are challenged to dig deeper. They're challenged to find their calling and shape their future. They're taught to empower their talents, chase their dreams, and encouraged to make a difference. The Hope student body is ready to change the world.
other action today in MIAA, the season finale for everybody, as Albion is hosting Adrian. Albion's already clinched the number 3 seed in the MIAA. Calvin has clinched the number 4 seed. They're off. Their season's over. And Alma at Kalamazoo, Lucas. Alma and Kalamazoo tied for 5th place. Now the winner earns the number 5 seed and the loser earns the number 6 seed. So we know teams that are in the tournament. We just didn't know what particular order towards the bottom half.
Right, all just affects where you're going to head and when and all of those little things there, what your path to the championship might be. So a lot is set, but a lot can still shake up a little bit there on that bottom half, Mike.
And same for the men's. We'll try and get some updates with that as well. Half second left. Trine won't get a shot off. As advertised, 15-15, our score, the end of 1 here from DeVos Fieldhouse with Lucas Shelton. I'm Mike Coleman. We'll be back on the Anchor Network.
Sports, like healthcare, requires commitment, teamwork, and excellence. That's why Hope College selected Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics to provide athletic training and physical therapy for all Hope College athletes. Get the care you deserve. Trust the team that exceeds expectations. The Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics Sports Medicine Collaborative.
Are you thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing? Your title agency matters, and you have a choice. Lighthouse Title started in Holland, Michigan more than 20 years ago and has grown to over 45 locations. We are proud to be local in these communities. Visit Lighthouse Title for more information and use our online widget, Louie the Lightkeeper, to chat with someone today about how we can help you close on your new home.
Cancer, we're coming for you. Parkinson's, your days are numbered. Alzheimer's, we're zeroed in on you too. Because at Van Andel Institute, the world's best minds are working relentlessly to eradicate these diseases forever. By advancing the boldest innovations, achieving breakthroughs, and transforming lives. Because the most powerful way to fight diseases, never stop fighting. Van Andel Institute, innovation.
Second quarter underway. We've got a Hope men's basketball update from Calvin, but right now Sydney Viss for 3. Corner pocket, count it.
Speaking off that, Mike, from Grand Rapids, Hope is up 13-12 on Calvin. Back-to-back threes by Cargill and Sanchez give Hope that lead, and there's a lot to shake up on the men's side. We'll kind of talk about that here and there as this game goes on, but back to action here at DeVos. Great 3 by Sydney Viss to get things going in the second quarter.
Sure was. A short miss by Sarah Parkinson, another sophomore. On the other end, driving layup, counted! Dribble drive, Bailey Stewart, the freshman from Cement City, Michigan, with her first basket.
Tiptoed down the sideline, kind of was fighting the defender and the ref, had to make sure she kept her feet in, but the determination to get all the way to the basket.
Biggest lead of the afternoon for either team at 5, and good penetrating drive splits the D, and we got a foul on Hope. I think they're going to call that against Bailey Stewart.
Yeah, they got Stewart, yep.
You know, in Brian Morehouse's world, a freshman getting minutes as a first-year player is huge. That's some serious talent on the court.
It is, especially with when you look at this bench and this team, right? You're competing against great players, so that speaks a lot to how he views Bailey Stewart and what she contributes to this Flying Dutch team.
Southworth crossover, Maynard on her like a hawk defensively. They kick it out top side to Capuch. 7 to shoot. Viss on her, tries to get a high screen. Tipped away by Viss. Trine gets a break. Did they get it away? I don't think they did. Yeah, it is a shot clock violation. Good defense by the Dutch.
Just suffering defense by Hope there. They're really firing coming out of that second corner, Mike. I don't know what was said, what fired them up, but they have just been rolling here in these first minute, 20 seconds.
I don't know what Brian Morehouse said to his team before Wednesday's game, but Hope avenging that loss to Albion earlier, and Hope just rolled. I think it was the second biggest margin of defeat for Albion against Hope in their long storied history, so that was a statement win.
Absolutely.
We do not have stats up. We're having some technical difficulties. I think the string separated from the 2 soup cans, so we'll try and get back to you on that. But I don't believe Trine has made a 3-ball today, as there's a Good drive by Nichols, and she's going to earn it for the line, and another Hope foul, their second of the quarter.
Yeah, and that one will go on Viss, and Viss was trying to come over and play some help side defense. Great idea from her, but the way she swung down on that, if you swing down on a shot, you better get all ball and only ball, because it's going to look like a foul every time, and that's what happened. Awesome job to come over and make things difficult, but that's already a difficult shot, Mike. You are fading out of bounds towards that baseline as we take a look at this replay here. Viss just comes over trying to help, connects with her on the arm. That's going to be a foul every time.
First miss by Nichols, second one missed as well, and we got a reach in, trying to get the offensive rebound as Parkinson with a reach over foul. Or is that not good? That is going to be a foul, yes,
yeah,
first for Trine. You know, Trine, we were talking about hopes. I wouldn't say woes at the free throw line, 70%, but Trine, 72%, just a few clicks better. So we'll see how that pans out during the game. Well, we do know this. Hope's going to be the number 2 seed, and so they will play in the first round at Trine. The winner of the number 3 seed, which we know is Albion, and the number 6 seed, which we don't know yet. And that's all we know.
That's all we know, Mike. Not a lot right now, but in a couple hours, everything will start to make sense.
That's right. Second effort by Viss. And she's coming off a big game Wednesday against Albion. And she will go to the line to shoot a pair.
There's that hustle, right? The first opportunity there got blocked, but just that hustle to come back and get to it. Fought off 4 Trine defenders for that second chance opportunity, able to get the foul, find her way to the line.
And I'm glad you said that too. She had to reach back and go after that basketball. As a 76% free throw shooter, she knocks down the first. She is a volume free throw shooter, 71 attempts coming into this game. And closing in on the 1,000-point club, I think I did some calculations.
Yeah, around 40 points or so, I think, left. So very easily could hit that this season, depending on how things shake out for this team.
One of only 3 seniors on this team. Averaged 12.5 her sophomore year. That was her best numbers. But she's averaged 12 points a game in 8 games against Trine, so she always comes up to play against the team from Angola. Working away around the top is Marks. Trine goes pretty deep, just like Hope has been. Is that one off the sideline? Put back, offensive rebound. That's what Trine does. And Parkinson with a putback basket.
And that one just tipped right into her hands, just kind of right place at the right time. Thought Hope might come away with it, just off the fingers, and Parkinson had the easy layup.
Boy, Hope just with a big spurt in this second quarter. 3-point attempt misses, and a chance to go to the line as Maddie Petrilli, who's been quiet offensively this afternoon, will get a chance at 3 free throw attempts.
And that's definitely intentional by that Trine team. As we take a look at that replay, yeah, you know, that's a tough one, but Nichols, just, you got to let that shooter land, and that's kind of what she did, got under her feet. But you know that Trine is trying to make everything difficult for Petrilli. They are closing out on her. They are not going to give her an ounce of fresh air, Mike.
Well, her numbers have been almost like video game numbers. She had 27 against Hardin Simmons on 6 of 9 shooting from deep. That was a career high. But she's been in double figures in 9 of her last 12 games. And she went 3 of 12 against Trine back on the 7th. And since then, this is what number really stands out to me, Lucas. 30 of 55. That's 55% from deep since that Trine loss.
Yeah, I mean, those are incredible percentages to have, especially as a shooter. That just feels good to be able to knock those down.
9-2 run for Hope to start the second quarter. Trapped, baseline, Capuch, turnover. Hope bringing it defensively. Good crossover by Maynard, trying to gauge herself at the left elbow. Feed down into Leah, high off the window. Good membership bounce. We're using her body for 2.
Man, Mike, I do not know how that one was able to fall in. As we take a look, Brian Morehouse out at the court, fired up with his team, giving a fist bump. He loves that out of this team. That shot by Leah Richards, it almost hit the side of the backboard. I thought, Mike, you talk about the membership bounce. That's as good a one as I have ever seen.
And really, pretty solid defense if you think about that. As Zoe Williams will check back in, and why not? She's got 9 to lead Trine. But Lucas, let's keep it right here. You know, you had the 5-5, the 15-15 tie at the end of one. We always say, whether it's a quarter or a half in basketball, sometimes the first 2 minutes of each quarter or half are so vital, and you get that big run just to kind of kickstart that engine.
It sets the tone, Mike, for how maybe the quarter the game is going to go. But you mentioned it there right at the end of that statement. Basketball is a game of runs, right? Hope is on a run right now. We know this Trine team has it in them as well. So just as easy as Hope's out to this 9-point lead, Trine could very easily jump on their own run as well. So what can you do if you're Hope to make sure you just keep pushing this pace of play and limit what Trine can do on the offensive end? We've seen a great job by Hope on defense already here in the second quarter.
I I've been really impressed with Hope's ability to tamper down Trine. They've had a couple good looks in the paint, but a good shooting Trine team has not been able to find purchase from outside so far, and I think that has really helped for a team that I wouldn't say solely rides on the long ball prowess, but Trine does benefit from good shooting three.
Yeah, it looks like our stats are live again, Mike. Just
Beautiful.
1 for 8 from the three-point line for Trine, 12% here so far. So great point. Hope Abel already shooting so far 42.9% from three.
All right, numbers don't lie. Southworth, she's been quiet in this game so far, just 2 points, and Southworth averaging 9.5 points for this Trine team. That one skips off. Weak side rebound by Viss. Over to Maynard. Hope trying to press the pace. Petrulia lines up a triple try. Off the side iron. Contact down low, and I think that's going the other way.
Yeah, they're going to get Stewart on that one. She's trying to come in and tip that offensive rebound around, and just really unfortunate play there. It wasn't really anything she did wrong, just kind of Trine was come flying in for that rebound as well, and she just got, I think, connected with the head there. So that's going to be a foul as well, and she's going to take a seat with her second foul.
And you can't fault the aggressiveness at all.
Absolutely not.
And Bailey's played some good minutes. Lauren Leach back in. Anna Richards back in. Hope up by 9, their biggest lead of the day. Trine had a 1-point lead a couple times. That's been their biggest margin. Hope shooting 47% to just 38 for Trine so far. And Hope 3 of 7 from deep. Lucas talked about the struggles from deep, and good defense by Leach. Boy, she just bringing some extra juice against the team from Angola. I can't help but emphasize that.
It's something that Matt and I have talked about all year. She's just a very smart basketball player, high basketball IQ, and even if she's not necessarily getting it done in the stat sheet with the points, what she brings just on the court as a leader is far better than maybe what she could do on the floor. She just brings great knowledge, great, experience with this game. Invaluable player, Lauren Leach.
Sure is. A 6th turnover on the travel by Haley Cole. They averaged 13 to Trine. They're second in the league, so two teams who are in the top 15 in the nation in controlling the basketball. Here's Southworth on Maynard. Fantastic matchup. Leah deep top side, not her shot. Petrulia trying to work hard, tipped away nicely. Good poke away by Marks. Williams double teamed on the wing, and we got a contact right in front of the Hope bench as Maynard with a reach in.
And Maynard doesn't like that one, but things were, back on this other end of the floor, Marks was working hard to make sure Petrulia didn't get that ball. You saw her lay her body out to tip that one away. As we just see head coach Annie Rain gets a warning there. I think he's, a little upset with the way things have been officiated so far, but Maynard picks up the foul at this end. She disagreed with that one as well. Thought she was still in good guarding position. So both these teams settle in a little bit. Tempers can get a little flared sometimes in a rivalry game like this.
Well, Trine has 7 personals. Hope just 3 in this game. Is a 3-ball, 2 strong off back iron. Another offensive rebound, the 3rd of the day. Williams, who's played one of her best games so far on the first half. Hope still with a 9-point advantage. Southworth, Maynard on her like wrapping paper. Double team, and it's going the other way. What was the call, Lucas? Was that a push-off?
No, it was Cole with the legal screen. That's what they got. She kind of just stepped out, sent that hip out a little bit. Great job by Maynard on the defensive end there. Made everything difficult for Southworth. Cole tried to come up, help her teammate out, just a little late on that screen.
And arms crossed with a wry smile on his face. Off to our left is head coach Andy Rang for Trine in his 8th season. Trying to bite his tongue, no doubt. Leach, low post. Anna goes cross court. Good save by Petrulia. Maynard cues up a 3, goes baseline. We got a travel call.
And that's, I believe, her 2nd, maybe 3rd travel of very similar situations here. Just getting a little too quick with those feet, right? She's trying to think, am I going to take the 3? Am I going to drive? And just got to get that ball on the floor before you pick up that pivot foot.
I like the effort because she had the step.
I do too. No,
she just
great
had
idea.
The extra step.
Yeah.
Turnovers 4 for Hope, 5 for Trine. Hope up by 9. It's been pretty quiet offensively the last couple minutes, so we're halfway through the 2nd quarter. That's going to be a Lauren Leach foul, and that will send number 10, Olivia Marks, to the line, the junior, the 5'9" junior. We talked about Olivia, 5th in the year in 5th in the league in rebounding, 1st-year starter, just solid numbers, 7 points, 7.5 rebounds. And I look at her rebound numbers, I can't help it. She's been double figures in rebounds 4 times. You don't see that too often in women's games. And she knocks down 2, and those are 2 big free throws by the Thunder.
And watching her just the last few minutes, the way she's been playing defense, it's no surprise now seeing her that's what she can do to get rebounds and get things done on the glass.
Yeah, diving effort like you alluded to on that play where she intercepted in front of Petrulia. Petrulia had 2 steps on her. I thought it was going to be easy turnaround. Trine's first 2 free throws are 2 for 4. Those were huge as well. Double team. Leah back and forth to Leach. Leah wiggling her way, trying to get some room, misses it short. Rebound, Anna Richards. Reaching foul by Marks, and the 5th team foul, and that will send Anna Richards to the line for the bonus.
Yeah, Marks was just behind Richards there. She's trying to come in and make a play on that ball, but when you come from behind, it's very difficult to get anything, but the ball there, and you're probably going to get a little contact on that arm or shoulder, and that's what the ref saw. As we take a look at this replay here, you're going to see a great job by Anna to get it, get that rebound, but Marks just came over the top.
I think Hope really has to take advantage of this free throw attempt situation.
They have to, Mike.
They are 9 of 11, and Anna Richards doing her part, 4 of 5. We're back to a 9-point lead. These 2 teams played it close to the vest. 1-point differential going into the 4th frame at Angola back on January 7th. Tip away by Leach. Back over to Marks. Defense has been stout on the perimeter, 8 to shoot. Kick out, tipped away. Brunsberg got it. No, misses everything, and coming away with the rebound is DeSmit. Too strong of a baseball pass. Turnover Dutch. Williams, high up the window. Yes, and she's going to the line for an old school 3-point attempt.
That's a great finish there off of that. Lauren Leach playing good defense, had the hands out, but I think what the official saw, she just kind of took that last step. As we take a look at this replay here, she does a great job. Hands out, hands up. That's tough, Mike. She kind of takes that step in with the body, but the way things have been officiated here, that very easily could have been a no call as well, but I don't necessarily disagree with it. She kind of stepped in a little bit there, but all credit to Zoe Willems. Great finish by her.
Yeah, Willems, she might be working on a career day. I'm looking at her numbers. She had a season high 11 points against Albion on the 14th, and right now she is tied with her season high. DeSmit, Sydney, cue ball's a 3-point shot short. Offensive rebound by Blasey. Another offensive rebound. Trine almost looks like it's in a zone at the moment. From the left wing. Second chance, bounce, score! 3-ball on the way and down for Viss.
Friendly bounce on that one. Sydney Viss missed that first opportunity of that possession, didn't scare her for the second one, confidently steps up and, gets the friendly roll.
Viss with 8. She leads the Hope scores, and another takeaway by the Dutch. Hope really trying to push the pace. Brunsberg with those 2 3-balls in the first quarter. Can Viss do it again? Why not?
Yes, she can, Mike. Yes, she can. This DeVos Fieldhouse is getting loud now as Sydney Viss back-to-back triples.
Hasn't been her greatest year shooting from 3, just 29%, but coming to play this afternoon, she's got 2 of 3, and now Sydney Viss with a foul on the wing on Willems. This is a physical game. My goodness.
Man, Mike, they got Viss on that foul. I thought Viss had the step and got to the ball first. I thought they were going to call a foul on Trine on that one. Honestly, Mike, it was a bang-bang play. 2 players collided. But again, the way that some of this game has already been officiated, I thought we were seeing Viss head in the other direction with that basketball.
Indeed. Well, Brian Morehouse, I thought he might roll the dice with keeping Sydney Viss in the game, but we've got Anna Richards, and Sydney will get a breather with 2 personals, but a good first half so far with 8 points.
No, and
that's at 11 points.
And that's a good point. You're sitting in a good position right now. You're up 13. You don't want to take your foot off the gas pedal by any means, Mike, but sitting in a good position, you would hate to see another foul get picked up by one of your star players as well. So smart move by him. Sit her down, let her relax a little bit, and make sure she doesn't pick up another one.
Willems splits the pair. Put back, no. Blasey in traffic. She'll go to the line on a reach-in foul, and that will be the culprit of Gracie Metz. Boy, Andy Rang really looking for some answers off that bench for his Trine Thunder.
Yeah, no, he is, Mike. You're absolutely right. So we're going to see, I believe, free throws now. A little confusion there, but yeah, got that foul call on number 11, Gracie Metz. So Blasey with the trip to the line now.
By the way, official career high for Zoe Williams. She had 9 last year against Olivet, so now her 12-point day today with a lot of basketball left is her career best as Blasey knocks it down.
Yeah, good stat grab there, Mike. Good
Thanks,
point
brother.
in the first half, right? In the first half, beats the career high, and I think she's just getting going.
I make up for a lack of talent with voracious game prep.
I don't know about that.
36-22. Blasey does her job. Now Hope showing defense, a zone 2-3 showing.
This is something they've sprinkled in occasionally this year, Mike. It just throws teams off a little bit. You're so used to that on-line, up-the-line man defense, and then they throw in this zone. It's like, okay, what do we do now? How do we break this?
Rejected by Blasey on the offensive rebound. Try pass inside. Petrulia
in the corner.
Kick out. Brunsburg for 3. Yes!
And DeVos erupts, Mike. Great transition play there by Hope College. Blasey sending it backwards at the defensive end. Brunsburg answers for the offense.
24-7 run in this second quarter by the Flying Dutch. 39-22. And you knew that one went down, it would bring the house down, and it did. Willems, hook pass. Trine looking for some answers. Cole tries to kick it again, throws it away again, picked up by Anna Richards. Brunsburg settles it down on the left wing. And now Anna will give it to DeSmith to run the offense. DeSmith, another fine newbie, a freshman out of Hudsonville. She played with Petrulia for a season. Her fellow Eagles.
Only a freshman, Mike, but she plays like a senior. She already has so much composure as a point guard on this floor.
Yeah, the future is bright for Hope College women basketball for sure.
And her
stay with Hope.
Older sister Casey DeSmith is in attendance now. She was so fun to watch for 4 years here at Hope College as well. And Josie plays just like her in a lot of ways. It's almost like a carbon copy. Fun to watch, and you know Coach Morehouse is so happy to have her for the next 3 years.
And I love that lineage, and I love the fact that Casey was the same way. She was a newbie. She got a lot of playing time. She was very comfortable. Just a polished basketball player. Step back, Anna has that shot rejected. Good defense by Addison Hudson, the senior out of Battle Creek Lakeview High School, and Hope on the Trine on the move, and Capuch with their first basket gets fouled. Chance for a 3.
Yeah, that's one of those. Petrulia did everything right on defense there, but again, I mentioned it a little bit ago with different players. It's that swing down right at the last minute as we take a look. She kind of just that right arm. It's not a lot. It's not a lot, but she comes in and makes connection on the arm, and officials are going to get that one. It's a tough call if you're a defender. You're like, I want that back. I don't feel like that was even that bad, but it's going to be an easy call.
Boy, Capuch is fairly quiet, but she knocks down the 3-point play. She's averaged 13 points a game against Hope in her 8-game career against Hope. So she's always come to play as well. 39-25, and that's a big 3-point play as Hope had their biggest lead at 17. Trine employing the zone. Back and forth to Smith up top. Hope working the perimeter. Shot clock showing 38 seconds till half. Lob over the D. Trine showing that clamp that they're famous for defensively. Inside, Blasey, 4 blue jerseys, and Hope can't get the shot away.
So tough, because that was the right little play there, that inside-out game, Mike. If you're going against a zone, your passes have to be quick. You can't be holding onto the ball for longer than a second, right? That's how you break a zone, is you get them out of rotation. You get people constantly moving. We watched Hope get a little stagnant. They dribble for a second or two. Then they pass. Hold it for a second. You've got to be quick. Reversing the ball, getting it across. And that's what they did in those last 2 seconds, just not in time.
Yeah, great point. Wagner back in the game. Stolen. Racing to the house. Brunsburg takes it coast to coast. Steal and score. 41-25.
Up to 11 for her now. Great game so far by Brunsburg.
We've seen players from both sides, Brunsburg and Willems, and now Brunsburg might have got away with a travel as she hits the shot from 40 feet, but it's going to be a double dribble. I wonder if we'll add any time on the clock.
They're going to have to. That was a late whistle, but everyone kind of saw it, and Brunsburg knew it too. You saw that kind of look on her face. She was like, oh man, I did that. So shot will not count. The factor will be, should there be a second, half a second on the clock? So officials are coming over to the monitor to check that. I thought we were going to see Brunsburg just really take over in the last couple seconds here, Mike.
It's funny because she's thinking, can I get away with this double dribble? I know I did in front of 2,000 people. Well,
You know, and if we were, a few hours down the road in Angola, I think it would have been a much different reaction from the crowd. Everyone kind of stayed silent for a second. It was like, I'm not going to say anything if you're not going to say anything. But yeah, that was a pretty clear call. Just a little late whistle, but I'm assuming we're going to get maybe a second, half second or so back on the clock.
You know, as long as we're on looking at career highs, I was curious about Chloe Brunsberg as well, as we'll keep it right here. She's erupted for big gains in each of her first 3 seasons, but her career high is against Carroll, Wisconsin, back on late November 2024 game. She had 18 points in that game, and a career high 4 made 3-pointers. So we don't see too many players out of Minnesota, and we've always just totally enjoyed her play. She's never had a start in her career. Right. Just one of those solids for Brian Morehouse.
Right, and real quick before we get going with this, 0.4 seconds. 0.4 is what they put on the clock.
Thank you.
Hope down 3, 37-34 to Calvin over in Grand Rapids.
And that'll take us to half. Thank you for that. While we have a minute, Lucas, implication for Hope men's, if they win that game today, they will be the #1 seed in the MIAA tournament going into next week, if I'm not mistaken. And Olivet plays Trine. And Olivet plays Trine at Trine today, and if Olivet were to win, Hope would still win the tiebreaker because they won both games against Olivet. So if I'm not mistaken, so
right. So, or I think so. Hope wins. They maintain possession. If Olivet were to win and Hope were to lose, Olivet would jump Hope. Right. They're tied with the record right now.
Right.
So if you're a Hope fan, you ultimately want to be. It's weird to say because we're watching this game here. You want to be rooting for Trine in that one because if Trine beats Olivet and if Hope were to lose, we've got a 3-way tie in first. Hope's got that tie break. It's very confusing, Mike. We were getting explained to us here before this game, and my head was still spinning.
Did I look like I was blanking out?
I probably was the same way, but I do know if you're a Hope fan, you just got to win. You got to take care of things at Calvin, and then you control your destiny, and then a bunch of other things can shake out along the way.
Sounds good. Well, we're going to take a 30-second break, and rumor has it that Biggie Morehouse might be joining us, so we'll take a timeout, and we'll see if we can have a moment with him right after this on the Anchor Network. Hope up 41-25 at halftime.
Holland BPW is proud to support Hope Athletics and commitment to energy efficiency. It's easy for Holland BPW electric customers to get started with Home Energy 101 at hollandenergyfund.com. With Home Energy 101, learn the best ways to maximize efficiency and save on your utility bills. You also get a kit of energy-saving supplies valued at up to $300. Get started at hollandenergyfund.com today.
Welcome back. We are courtside here at DeVos Fieldhouse. 41-25. We'll look at the numbers in just a moment, but I've got a very special guest, somebody no stranger to me. I must owe him money too or something, but I've got Biggie Morehouse, father of head coach Brian Morehouse, and up until recently a longtime assistant coach with the women. Biggie, so good to see you, my friend.
Good to always see a person from my hometown, Rockford.
That's right.
We're a Rockford Ram alumni. For what worth that is, I don't know. Yeah, it's good to be back. I haven't been officially on the team this year. I got off after 25 years. I figured, that's enough maybe, I don't know. But I went back and I helped the high school team in Fremont for a while last summer. And then they had a kind of mediocre year. The coach was new. He's my former player. So
right.
I wanted to help him. And then this year they came back. They're tied for first place, so they're doing a good job.
How about that?
That's enough Fremont history.
That's all right. As you can see, Biggie with me on the camera. You know, as a Rockford person, always sporting the colors. It's not orange and black, but it's orange and dark blue. We'll take that, Biggie. But so first half, I mean, obviously a game, this is such a great rivalry, Coach, but, you know, first place is not a question. Second place, not a question. But what have you liked in the first half for Hope against Trine so far?
Well, I like the first half, the same thing I did when I played Albion. Cully and I have been coaching together for a long time. He coached the defense. I coached some of the shooters in the offense. And this is way back from, the year 2000. Cully came on about 5-6 years later. But his defense, that was his defense the last 2 games. You know what I mean? Prior prior to that, he had to go back because we're such a young team. You have to be, that defense has to be a 5-player situation. Everybody has a job. That may sound silly, but they have a job. If any one of them's out of position, then it doesn't work. So we had to resort to a very good defense, which is playing off the players a little bit. Now, the last 2 games and some other games, we are in their face all the time, like we were back in the day, I might say. And they're throwing bad passes because they're a little bit shy about are somebody going to be there or not. And so that is really Hope defense. That's Cully's defense, not my Cully's defense, Mo's defense, and that's the way it should be played. I just like the energy. I like how tough we are right now.
You know, Coach, you look at this Trine team. I was looking at the numbers. They're only giving up 47 points a game, and that's a tremendous number. How do you get over a team that really just limits your ability to put points on the board?
That's a really good question because Trine plays exactly completely different than we do. We play up in your face, on the line, trying to intercept passes, trying to cause turnovers. They play what we call a gap defense. Everybody is sinking. It's not a zone, but it's a gap defense. Everybody's back in the middle, protecting the middle. You don't get to the basket very often. So they limit people's shots and offense. That's how they keep the ball out of the basket. Then they score pretty well. They have really good scores. So I don't know exactly the cream and the sauce to breaking that defense, but we've had trouble with that over the years. But one of the ways is play defense like mad. And how many runouts have we had?
Several.
How many layups have we had? You know, and that energizes the offense as well.
You bet. And I've noticed too, you know, Lucas and I were talking about Hope is a really good shooting team, but they've been streaky the last few games. But you come out, you knock down those 3-ball. Chloe Brunsberg with the 2 big threes, but Hope shooting 6 of 11 from deep. And does that change your strategy as far as a defensive thing if you're trying? They
won't change. They won't come up. They'll expect you to miss the shots, and like we did when we played down there a little bit. It's all about confidence. It's all about energy. It's all about being in that moment. And I still think the more defensive things you do right, the more energy you gain from that. You get excited about that, and you don't think about whether the shot's going in on offense or not. It just goes in. I mean, Sydney missed it 2 in a row there. She can do that all night long.
Right.
Has she done that all year? No. Have other players shot it?
Down
No.
into Leah.
But I'm not saying exactly that one thing or the other was causing it, but I think the defense is bringing it on.
I'm surprised how deep both players have gone. Both coaches have gone off the bench. It looks like Trine's Andy Rang was really looking for answers in that second quarter. He brought a lot of players that really wouldn't get a normal amount of playing time, and that to me signaled that they were just trying to look for a key.
That is another key to all of what's going on. It all comes to fruition with that type of thing, you know. Mo always plays 10 or 11, and it's so surprising to me all the time I've been on his staff. I don't care whether they're freshmen or whether they're seniors. If they're playing well, he'll run out there. I know one year we had 2 or 3 freshmen like we have now, not starting, but coming off the bench. Because I always said to him, we had 5 or 6 coming back. I said, you're not going to play another 5 right away, are you? Oh, yeah. I said, but you don't have any experience. Oh, well, they'll get it. And right away, the first game, there's two freshmen or sophomores in the lineup that haven't played at all last year because he knows that'll wear people down. And he counts on his defense.
And that's been the trademark. So, Coach, final question, and this is the most hard-hitting question I can ask. Have you played golf yet this year?
I don't play golf anymore. Okay. You know why? Pickleball's cheaper.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Well, I had my 86th birthday last Saturday, and they were going to kick me.
How about this, folks? 86, playing pickleball.
They were going to kick me out of the league, and I said, you don't have anybody in a team over 80 or what? You know? No, I enjoy it, and it's a fun game. I have a lot of people there that are fun. And I really just enjoy basketball. It's been my whole life from the time I was 5 years old, you know, coaching. I've been coaching for 69 years, off and on. Most constantly on in different places. They throw me on at one place, I come right back.
That sounds like resilience to me, Biggie.
Well, it's good to see you, man.
You too, my man. Take good care. You made my day when I saw you today. I had a little birdie told me he ran into you this past week, and I was hoping I'd seen you. So, Coach Morehouse, take us home the rest of the way in this game, and be well, my friend.
Go home and get the next one, too.
You bet. We'll be back more on the Anchor Network. Second half coming up right after this.
Are you thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing? Your title agency matters, and you have a choice. Lighthouse Title started in Holland, Michigan more than 20 years ago and has grown to over 45 locations. We are proud to be local in these communities. Visit Lighthouse Title for more information and use our online widget, Louie the Lightkeeper, to chat with someone today about how we can help you close on your new home.
Welcome to Car Center. We're an automotive collision repair company with multiple locations throughout West Michigan. We take care of your car and all the details so that you can focus on what matters the most.
Creating quality repairs today is much more complex. That's why we have set standards that make sure everything is done with precision and quality. So when our job is done, your vehicle is back to pre-accident condition and meets manufacturer warranties.
Fixing cars is our job, but helping people, that's our business.
Holland BPW is proud to support Hope Athletics and commitment to energy efficiency. It's easy for Holland BPW electric customers to get started with Home Energy 101 at hollandenergyfund.com. With Home Energy 101, learn the best ways to maximize efficiency and save on your utility bills. You also get a kit of energy-saving supplies valued at up to $300. Get started at hollandenergyfund.com today.
Gentex is a tech company supplying electro-optical products to the global automotive, aerospace, and fire protection industries. With focused competencies in design, vision, displays, software, and more, we're always looking for engineering talent. For our direct hire hourly production positions, we run open interviews Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 at our 58 East Riley facility in Zeeland. And our facilities, benefits, and culture are everything you'd expect from a world-class employer. Now's the time to join Team Gentex.
Hello, everybody. My name is Justice Mims, Social Outreach Chair for Black Student Union. And I'm very excited to invite each and every one of you to the 2026 Black History Month Lecture. This is happening Tuesday, February 24th, 3:30 p.m. in the Jack Miller Concert Hall. And we are very excited to invite Dr. Derek Bynes, the Assistant Professor in the Department of Counseling at San Francisco State University. The lecture title is We All We Got, Self and Community Care Are More Than Just Buzzwords. This lecture is free and open to the public, and we were looking forward to celebrating Black History Month with each and every one of you.
Yeah, my name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them, coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
Welcome back. We're at halftime getting ready for the last 20 minutes of basketball here from DeVos. As Hope College leads 41-25. They had a 17-point lead, but a little bit of a mini run for Trine just to close it down to 16, which doesn't seem like much, Lucas, but with that three-point play by Trine towards the end, I think kind of saved their bacon before this. It almost felt like Hope was just completely running away with it.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw the end there with about 2.5 seconds left. Brunsburg made that steal around half court and ended up, the ball went in the basket, got the double dribble, so that one came back, but that would have erupted DeVos Fieldhouse. Mini run for her alone, so kind of that, you know, set things back there for Hope and trying able to regroup. But you got to think a lot of halftime adjustments were being made, a lot of conversations. 16-point game. Trine can easily bounce back from that if they need to in this one. So if you're Hope, it's what can we do now after taking this break to keep our foot down on that gas pedal and keep things moving forward.
You know, you look at the numbers in this first half, really all across the board, rebounds, turnovers, fairly the same, but it really comes down to shooting. Hope 52%, 6 of 11 from 3, and Trine just having no answers, 34%, and a decent three-pointing shooting team, just 1 of 10 in that first 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, looking at these stats, 80% from 3 in that second quarter, Mike. I mean, just a huge run there for Hope College to get out in front, and that's the difference maker. We were talking about, you know, the Trine starters, like you were saying, and just they're, you know, just stagnant here so far in this game, and that's been the difference. Hope has been able to get it done in a bunch of different ways. I'm, you know, counting up some numbers here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 players with points so far in this one. So huge difference there on this Hope College end.
Andy Rang, head coach of Trine, was looking for any sort of remedy to get his team back in the game. As the starters for Trine, looking at these numbers, the 5 starters in the first half combined for 9 points, 3 of 14 shooting, 0 of 5 from deep.
Right.
And then the bench, 16 points for Trine, 17 for Hope. So sometimes it's not that first 5 that saved the day. It's been balanced from both sides, predominantly for Hope, like Lucas alluded to. We do have some updates in men's action, and correct me if I'm wrong, Lucas, Olivet was up 5 on Trine at halftime.
Ended up being 4. 43-39 was that halftime score, yep. So Olivet up, and then Hope down 7 on the road at Calvin University here at halftime as well. So we'll keep an eye on those as they get going. As Trine, quick start for them from 3.
Yeah, Capuch, who came in at 37%, knocks down the three-pointer. She's got 6, and a huge basket emotionally for Trine. Makes it a 13-point lead on the first touch of the second half for Hope. Leah wanted to lob down into Sydney. Working on the right elbow, trying to power down. Baseline floater from 5, misses, weak side rebound. And the Trine Thunder come up with it on the rebound by Marks. In traffic, high off the window, skirts off. Another offensive rebound by Marks, no surprise. 3-point hoist, too strong and chased down by Richards, but the battle won by Gassell, who's starting the second half. The freshman did not start the first half. 3-pointer off the mark. And another chase down in the offensive rebound, and Viss is going to pick up her 3rd foul in the backcourt in the opening minute of play in the 3rd.
Yeah, that's tough. Not even a minute into the second half, and she picks up that foul, and she was starting to get hot in that second quarter, knocking down some big shots. But how about Trine just sticking with it? That's a couple offensive rebounds there, and second chance, third chance opportunities on this possession here to get things going.
Yeah, 8 offensive rebounds. Hope has got to try and clamp down on that as the 3-pointer on the way from the corner, and Anika Southworth, who only had 1 basket in the first half, the leading scorer on this team is a freshman, knocks down the 3-pointer.
And Trine cuts that lead to 10 if you're Hope. You want to get this under control real quick. You get out to that 16-point lead, you don't want to make it any closer.
5-point run for Trine to start the second half as Maynard stymied on the mid-post. Trine came in averaging just 47 points allowed, and they let Hope run all over him. As good move by Leah Richards, who I would like to see get more involved in the offense with the beautiful 180 move. She'll go to the line.
Yeah, and Gassell just had the left arm up. That's the one she's like, look, I had my arm up. That right hand, if we can take a look at the replay, here we'll see she had it hooked around Richards. It's hard to tell from this angle, but that right hand comes down. She's got her back and kind of making that tug at that end. So just making things difficult, going to get that foul call.
And Trine with some foul woes of their own as Gassell picks up her 3rd. And Haley Cole will check back in. Leah Richards does her job, 2 free throws. Hope on the day 13 of 15 from the free throw line. Their first points of the second half. They lead by 12. Plenty of basketball left. If you just joined us, Trine in control in the first half, or the first quarter, tied at 15, and Hope with a 27-6 run in the second half to break things open as that one circles out. Rebound Leah. She had 18 rebounds against Hardin Simmons, a career high. Maynard in traffic. You betcha. Timeout Brian Morehouse as Hope answers with 2 straight baskets. He is not happy.
Maynard coast to coast. She was in that far opposite corner of this court and just put her head down, went the entire way. She was not going to stop until that ball went in the basket.
30 seconds. It's just a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. I think when you knew Trine would come out with some intensity, and you saw Andy Rang with some new wrinkles in his starters, that 5-point run for Trine, I don't care how big of a lead you have, that one got my attention, and that was so huge for Hope to respond with 2 of their own.
Yeah, and on that last possession before Maynard kind of went on her tear there, it very easily could have been another triple for Trine. Nichols knifed her way in, probably could have had an easy layup, kicked it out to Southworth, who had already hit one here in this second half. Wide open look for her, unable to connect, and that's when we saw Maynard kind of get that outlet pass and go, but very easily, Trine could have knocked another triple down. That's probably what Coach Morehouse wants to talk about right here, is like, hey, ball kind of fell our way on that possession. Very easily could have been looking at a different scenario there right now.
Well, we've had some issues with the stat technology on our laptops here and there, so we'll give the best numbers that we can, but right now we got a big scoreboard in front of us, 45-31. Sydney Viss leading the way for the Flying Dutch with 11 points, and leading the way for Trine with a career high 12 points of Zoe Willems, who we have not seen yet in the second half. It's been the bench that has done the job for Trine today, trying to win their 34th straight game in MIAA conference play. They have not lost since falling against Hope at Angola back in 2024. Good blackout defense by Petrulia, who hasn't had a lot of offense, Lucas, but her defense has been stout so far today.
It absolutely has, and she's getting it done in different areas, right? If on offense you have people like Sydney Viss, Chloe Brunsberg that are knocking down those shots, a great basketball player is like, okay, now how can I contribute to my team in a different way? If they're making things difficult, taking away my shots, and that's what we're seeing out of Petrulia here this afternoon.
Maynard denied, picked up on another rebound by Marks, and the kick out. Capuch for 3. Short, had a good look. Leah Richards with a good box out and an over-the-shoulder foul on Trine. That's going to go against Cole. That's her second for Trine in this third quarter.
Yeah, great box out by Richards, and she's got a little bit of the height advantage on that one, too. Cole's just trying to get in and get a hand on it, but a little overly aggressive on that one.
Trine has committed more malfeasance in this game. Maynard step back. Trine back in the man-to-man defense. I was talking to Biggie Morehouse at half, and they kind of have a man-to-man kind of collapse defense in the lane. But Hope killed that with some beautiful 3-point makes. But that went inside as Anna Richards gets on the board with a sweet kiss.
Yeah, Anna Richards just staying composed there down on that right block. Able to feel where the defender is, spin to her spot, knock it in calmly off the glass.
7 points for Anna. Turnaround, mid-range from 10, no. Good tip away by Leah in a collision. And that's going to go against the Thunder, and the foul on Olivia Marks. No surprise, she is one of the most aggressive players I've ever seen, in a great way.
In a great way, Mike, and that's a great point you made that, because I don't want to, make any assumptions that it's, malicious or overly aggressive or anything like that. She's just a hustle player. She is fighting for rebounds and steals, and that's what that was right there. That was just her trying to come in, maybe get an offensive rebound. Maynard just beat her to the spot, and then there was the collision.
Yeah, the box-out technique has been great for Hope on the misses on Trine side. Hope up by 16, trying to add as we tick closer to the halfway mark of a fast-moving ball game here on the Lakeshore. Lauren Leach with a nice hip check by Callie Nichols, a freshman, working on the senior. Maynard goes up, inside feed, high off the window, kicks off. How about that look from Maynard to her big Leah?
Man, great job there. Had Nichols all over her, even tough just to get a pass off to that one. Able to find her teammate up off the glass, draws the foul.
Both teams with a 21-3 record. I have really, you can talk about Hope and Calvin and extremely noteworthy, but really the last 10 or 11 years of these two teams have really created a rivalry 2.0, one for the ages.
Right, absolutely, and we've seen it really has been Hope and Trine at the top for many years, and then a little bit of a drop off there. The last few years, the MIAA is really starting to straighten out, right? We're seeing, 4 teams now really in the mix-up for things, but these two still dominant forces in great matchups every year.
There's a whistle. That's going to be a Hope reach-in. That's going to go against Taryn Maynard. Her second. I don't really have all the total foul situation, but just look it up on the big board. Leach with 2 on the court, Maynard with 2, and Petrulia playing with 2. That went out. Stuck. Mid-post. Nowhere to go. Southworth. They've clamped down on her very well. Hope has defensively. And Trine coughs it up. Maynard coast to coast once again off the window. Why not? Maynard! 94 feet from rebound to rim.
And if it works, why not keep doing it? That's not the first time we've seen her do that this game, let alone this half. She's getting it done.
Yeah, she's winning the sprint with the dribble drive. Wagner in traffic, launches up her prayer. Contact. Anna Richards will help Wagner up after she picks up her personal. That's her first, so she's safe, and that will send Madison Wagner to the line.
Yeah, and Mike, I would not want to be the defender tasked with guarding Taryn Maynard. Like you said, very athletic, very fast, two-sport athlete, plays softball as well here at Hope, and a standout softball player. That just talks about the athleticism in Taryn Maynard. She can get it done in multiple ways, but when she gets that ball and she wants to get somewhere, she's going to go, and she's going to beat you there.
First free throw off the mark by Madison Wagner, averaging 10.5 and 3.5 rebounds, third in the league in three-point shooting. Her first 10 games, as that one falls short, and Cole will go to the line. Her first 10 games for Wagner, the sophomore, averaged 6.5 points, but in the last 14, you talk about a player evolving, and Wagner averaging almost 14 points a game. Tremendous numbers. Trine 72% at the line as a team, and Haley Cole will go to the line. 78%, good free throw shooter for a center. Is that one good? In the first half, Trine was 4 of 8 from the free throw line, not helping the cause either with poor shooting. Trying to make it a 17-point game, and she does, as Cole does her job. 50-32 Hope. 5:28 left in the third. Maynard sparking some lightning into this Hope offense in this second half. Brunsberg back in the game. She had those 2 second quarter 3 balls to propel Hope. Quick pass, trying to beat the zone. Yes, and that's what you were talking about, Lucas. Chris passes.
Mike. You got to skip the side of the court so fast, and that's what they did, because if the ball's on the left side in a zone defense, everyone's kind of shifting to that left, looking for it. Maynard can get left alone, and that's exactly what happened. And she's been hot so far this afternoon, Mike, and she's going to knock that down every time.
To the tune of 4 for 4 from deep, and Brunsberg with 14 points. Foul will be on Lauren Leach. That's going to be her third. Timeout on the court. Lucas and I will take a break. 4:55 left here from DeVos. Hope up by 20 on the Anchor Network.
My name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them, coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
I want to give a big thank you to Matt Wayner, the voice of Hope College women's basketball, who is keeping tabs of the men's action going on today. We are unable because of the stat sheet. Do we have any updates, Lucas?
I don't right now. I'm trying to get one for you, Mike, and when I do, I'll make sure to give an update. But yes, huge shout out to Matt. He's been sending us some stat updates from all the MIAA scores around the league here. So very, very thankful for him, and we'll keep you guys updated as we can. Taking a look, it looks like Calvin up 5 early in the second half right now. That's the last update I have. 48-43. They've got the lead on Hope.
All righty. Thank you very much. 53-33 here, the biggest lead for Hope in this one. They had a 17-point lead in the first half. Foul starting to be a bit of a concern as the first free throw is up and down by Wagner. Madison shooting to the tune of 82%. Rare miss for her. That one tipped away in the hands of Wagner. Fortuitous break. She goes up. Might have got away with a foul, did Hope. Andy Rang not terribly happy. Maynard once again. Spinner shoes on. Cut off by Wagner baseline. Leach kicks it out, playing with 3 fouls for the Flying Dutch. Back to Maynard, who has been manning the pivot all afternoon.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how fouls kind of shake out here in the second half. Mike, excuse me, you saying Matt. You say Matt.
That's
Mike,
all right.
Excuse me. 19 total fouls among these two teams here in the first half. 9 so far already, just halfway through the third quarter. So just like these teams make halftime adjustments, sometimes the refs make halftime adjustments, right? They're like, hey, what do we need to do? And we're seeing it was very physical, still is very physical, but maybe starting to tighten things up a little bit here on the foul end.
Well, 5 will put you in the bonus. Trying already in the bonus on 5. Hope fouls, and that one hangs and falls. Maynard with another funky angle off that window. Somehow gets it to go. She's got 8.
And she's just finding her spot, that right block kind of fading out of bounds, able to get it to fall every time.
She is having herself a game, suiting up today, ready for battle against the undefeated in conference play Trine Thunder, and Trine comes away empty. Boy, Hope could really make a statement. With the last strong 4 minutes of play in the third quarter, they lead by 21. Surprising everybody, surprising this broadcaster for sure. Maynard once again, she's in double figures.
Why not? Why not, Mike? I mean, come on. If you're Taryn Maynard, she's just making it look too easy. She's done the same thing 4 times now in this second half.
Yeah, it's not exactly she changing her repertoire. In traffic southward with a huge basket for Trine, and somebody's been pretty quiet today with 7 points. She came in averaging 10 points a game. Petrulia, mid-range. Has not had a lot of shot attempts today, but another offensive rebound by Hope. Anna coughs it up. Put back at the buzzer. And Petrulia, is that a 3-ball?
That is a 3-ball, Mike. I'm pretty sure it is. Good for her to get one going here. You love that if you're a shooter, just want to see one fall.
Couldn't come in a better time for Maddie. You talked about her 3-point prowess lately. Willems launches up on underhand scoop and a big basket. Willems adds to her career total. And she keeps Trine from the huge hemorrhage, still 60-38. Approaching the 2.5-minute mark of this third. Maynard once again. Contact. Short. Might have got away with a foul. Did Trine? Well, even Steven. Wagner trying to go coast to coast. Rejected by Petrulia. It'll stay with Trine. Boy, Maddie, she wears that mouthpiece more outside her
kind of that Steph Curry look, right?
Exactly.
Hanging out. And Maddie swatted that one away, and she was pointing that she thought it landed on Trine out of bounds. I'm surprised there isn't a little bit more appeal, maybe a challenge or something.
Agreed.
But, you know, it's kind of that point where it's like, all right, no, we don't need to, if we're not 100% confident, don't need to do anything with it there. But great job by her nonetheless to get back and force the block shot.
You know, Taryn Maynard, her career high was against Trine in early January with 14. So she's trying to mimic that, and she is doing her part. DeSmit in the game. Petrulia for 3. That one, Rainbow misses everything. But she had a good look. Shooters just got to shoot sometimes, and she's been red hot. I think if you're Hope, Lucas, you just can't give up like a 6 or a 7, 8-point run here to close out the quarter.
Right, you just got to be doing what you're doing. You want to take time off the shot clock as well, right? You know you've got this good lead. The only way that Trine is getting back into this is with quick shots, able to move fast. So if you're Hope, take 15, 20, 25 seconds off that shot clock. Wait for a good look every possession.
Scoop, nice move by Willems. She has really impressed me, the sophomore guard. Foul down Petrulia. That's her 3rd. So we talked about the foul situation.
And Mike, one thing I've kind of been watching here the last minute or so is Petrulia and Willems have been going back and forth a little bit, a little jawing after some shots. It really came after Petrulia missed that 3. If you're a player, you don't want to let something like that get in your head, especially if you're Hope. You're up big right now. You're up 22, right? We saw that. It's kind of that, can I get you? Can you get me type thing. Who's going to get the best of who? too, and I think sometimes Petrulia's like, I want to go for the shot block. I want to make sure that she knows that I'm here. Silly foul right there. Picks up her third, so she's going to have to sit down for a little bit.
And she joins Sydney Viss and Lauren Leach in the 3 foul categories. Willems splits the pair, but Willems with a career-high 50 points has just really saved Trine from falling off the abyss. 3-point shot from the corner, skirts off, offensive rebound, put back, and one! Lauren Leach, have a day!
Lauren Leach just sneaking her way into that left block to get in there unmarked. No one got a body on her to box her out. That ball just fell right in her lap. Great job to fight through contact, and one opportunity for Lauren Leach.
Her first basket could not come at a better time as a 3-point try short. Trying to keep it alive is Brunsberg, but Hope in control 62-39. Good penetration and a nice finish. And that is Callie Nichols. Doesn't score a lot, but a very heady freshman.
And that one slightly resembled what we've seen from Taryn Maynard. They're getting to her spot, able to just go with pace right to the block.
Hope has outscored Trine 21-16 in this third quarter. Petrulli in the corner, Trine back in the 2-3 zone. Working baseline is Stewart. Turnover, Hope. Wagner picks up the mess. 1-on-4. She takes it to the rack off the window. No, and a Hope player goes sprawling off the mark. Boy, upended, losing her feet. Got her feet come out from under her was Lauren Leach. As Anna Richards back in the game. And checking out for Hope will be Stewart.
Yeah, Leach got undercut a little bit there. She was going up for that rebound and just, you know, again, nothing malicious, I don't think, just going for box outs. So we take a look. That was a little bit, you know, Willem kind of got tripped there. So it wasn't like she was in just kind of a bang-bang play, got under there, but a lot happened on that one. But Nichols on the line here now.
Well, Trine getting a lot of opportunities from the free throw line in this third quarter. Stat sheet still not cooperating. But Nichols drops down a pair, makes it a 62-43 game. I believe Hope's biggest lead was 22 inside a minute left in the third. Hope just trying to close it out. Last time in Angola, it was a tie ball game, or Hope had a 1-point lead going into the fourth quarter, and Trine hit 5 of 7 from 3. Blazy, scoop, no. Offensive rebound, Leah Richards. Put back, she'll go to the line. Trine with their 6th foul in the third.
You know, when I was about to say Leach caught that ball on that left elbow, she was looking around, and I was going to say holding on to it for too long, but it worked out for her. You know, she kind of made a couple ball fakes. Great job. Trine defense kind of spread out, read those ball fakes. She was able to get right to the basket, unable to knock it down, but Richards there to try to clean things up and, you know, gets the foul.
Leah Richards knocks down the first free throw. Hasn't really been involved a lot of the offense, but her defense on Cole, who's capable of big games, has been great. Rebounding, good defense, good positioning. She knocks down the pair. Back to a 21-point margin, and now Hope showing the 2-3 zone. I like what you said. Great adjective. They sprinkle it into the game, and that's what they've done. Nichols, cross court, 3-ball on the way. That's going to miss short. And Brunsberg with a nice strong side rebound. With 9 seconds left, Hope realized that. Petrulia trying to get some space. Check that. Anna Richards, 3 seconds. Launches up a mid-range off the mark. Hoist at the buzzer. Would have been good if it went short, but a solid third quarter. Lucas Shelton is Hope College at home trying to take command and take this one home.
And that's what you wanted if you're Hope out of that quarter, right? You were up 16 going into the second half, extend it to 21, sets you up for success going into the fourth quarter here this afternoon.
64-43 with 10 minutes left. After this break, you're watching Hope College basketball on the Anchor Network.
It's no secret. The best way to learn about Hope College is to spend time on our campus. The Hope admissions team invites you to a personalized visit experience you won't forget. Located in downtown Holland, Michigan, our historic campus is close to shopping and dining and just 10 minutes from Lake Michigan. We invite you to check out our campus tour options or sign up for an online tour with the Hope admissions office. There's never been a better time to see Hope College. Visit us at hope.edu/admissions.
There is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is Hope.
Our students act as beacons of hope for their community. They lead with courage, conviction, patience, and strength. They're ready to change the world.
As we get set for the final 10 minutes of action, update from Van Ord Arena in Grand Rapids, Michigan, 57-51, courtesy of the Knights, as we were able to get the video feed. And Hope can still win the MIAA outright, but they're going to need some help from Olivet if Hope does not win that game today, if I'm staying correct, Lucas Shelton.
You're right, but it looks like Olivet's up 7 right now in the second half, so a lot's going to have to shake up here in the second half of play for those men's games if Hope wants to regain that lead.
And I think even with a Hope loss and an Olivet win, which would get Olivet the #1 seed, Hope would still have the #2 seed. They have the best record of all the 3 teams between Trine and Olivet combined.
Right.
And here, Hope women trying to snap Trine's 33-game regular season MIAA winning record. Good rebound. Leah Richards, we talked about those intangibles. Hope just trying to settle things down. Still don't have official stats, but Hope won the scoring battle in the third quarter 23-18 after having a 16-point lead at halftime. And you know what I liked about that, Lucas, is it wasn't a huge advantage, just 5 points in that third quarter, but it was enough just to add to a bigger lead.
Yeah, right. They already had a very commanding lead, but to look up at the scoreboard and see yourself down 21 going into the fourth, it takes a lot of search inside and guts and grit to overcome that. If you're Hope, again, just keep doing what you're doing. Chew that shot clock down every possession. Wait for great opportunities.
Leah Richards off the mark in the first free throw. I would say Hope had the advantage in the free throw attempt department in the first half, but try and close that up with a lot of free throws in the third. Second one goes down. Matches the biggest lead of the afternoon, 65-43. Seeing some beautiful camera work here at DeVos, one of the premier facilities for basketball in all of college basketball. Deep three. Boy, needing that one is Capuch with a quick release. She's averaged 13 points a game against Hope in her 8-game career against the Flying Dutch. A little quiet today, but quietly adding up with 9 points. The bench has been the difference for Trine, as Hope has shut down the starters. 3 ball. Yes! Sydney Viss, after setting up a lot of the third, comes right off the bench and knocks down the tray.
And you never know how that's going to go, right? You sat out for quite a bit with foul trouble. Are you going to get cold? How are you going to come back in? She picks up right where she left off, knocks that one down. Huge 3 in response there by Hope.
Absolutely, Lucas. Big hands, tips it away into the arms of Maynard. Turnover, and a big turnover. But Anna Richards kicks it out. Hope trying to work down that clock, like Lucas mentioned, just get some good shots, eat that clock. 8 minutes left in this one. Anna from deep, circles the drain and falls. You betcha.
Why not? Little shot fake, step in, step back. That was a pretty looking move, Mike. Great job by Anna Richards.
3 ball has been Hope's friend today. They came in 6th in the nation at 35%. Averaging 7.5 per game, 9.5 over their last 4. On the miss, the offensive rebound by Nichols. And we have a tie-up underneath Trine's basket. It's going to be Trine's basketball. I love the last game of the season in the MIAA for a lot of reasons. Well, that one high off the window is not going to fall, as Haley Cole will go to the line. Hope with a little bit of a run in Grand Rapids. They trail Calvin 61-59, but a lot of basketball left. 12 minutes in that one.
So that one's getting close. That'll be an exciting finish there in Grand Rapids. We'll for sure be keeping an eye on that. Always good battles. Hope Calvin, doesn't matter if it's men's, women's, always exciting games to tune into.
Hope is at 11 players score in the men's game, and they're shooting 51%. Once again, thanks again to Matt Wayner. Our eyes away from what we're not able to see, as Haley Cole with the free throw. She's got 4 points. 5. Quiet day for Haley Cole, averaging 9 points a game. She had a career-high 12 rebounds last year in the win right here at Hope, as she knocks down 2 free throws, 71-48. Trine needs a run. Haven't been able to have that. Their biggest run really was that 5-point run to start the third quarter.
Right. And that's when if you're sitting here, if you're a Hope fan, especially like, oh man, all right, we got to get this under control quick. Because I've seen that before where Trine can come out hot, but Hope able to cool them down a little bit and get things going.
Anna Richards with the miss, but Lauren Leach with the offensive rebound and a tie-up. Possession error will stay with Hope. And Trine fans and coaches not too happy. Time out of the court. 7:06 left in this one. We'll take a breather. We're going to need it right here in the Anchor Network.
At Van Andel Institute, we're in a race, a relentless competition to get ahead of the diseases that affect our world. Cancer, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. We are at the forefront of research and discovery. Our global collaborations are a catalyst for big breakthroughs so that we can make the greatest impact on the health of current and future generations. Because in the race to prevent and cure some of the most insidious diseases, victory is the only option. Van Andel Institute, Innovation Unleashed.
Updated numbers in this one. Good balance by the Flying Dutch today, Lucas Shelton. 5 in double figures. And you look at Chloe Brunsberg off the bench with 14, Sydney Viss, the Richard sisters with 10 each, and Taryn Maynard flirting with a career high. She's 4 away. She's got 10.
And how about Hope shooting, almost 60% from the three-point line this afternoon, Mike? That makes a huge difference for this team. And it doesn't matter if it's been Brunsberg, Viss, whoever getting it done. They've just been hot from deep.
They really have. 14 turnovers by Trine has not helped in this department as well. And Hope in control 71-48, trying to ride it out, finish at 22-3. They're going to be the number 2 seed in the tournament. Trine will host in that second and championship round. But Hope trying to go in with some momentum. Anna off the window. Nope, but good contact. And she'll go to the free throw line once again.
And groans over from the Trine bench, Mike. They just feel like nothing's going their way right now. 23-point lead here for the Flying Dutch, and they're just able to get things done, clicking on all cylinders.
They really are. It's not how you play your best basketball, it's when you play it.
Right.
And you always speculate. Hope is such a young team, so you're going to get some vacillation and things of that nature. But just so impressed with their grit. And I think that win over Hardin-Simmons here against number 28 in the country, Hardin-Simmons, really helped pace this week coming in the final week of conference play.
Well, I think what's cool to see, Mike, is how resilient this team is and how they bounce back. They lost to Trine in a close one down in Angola. They come back, commanding lead, trying to go on to a win here this afternoon. Lost in overtime to Albion at Albion. We saw them just earlier this week as another triple there from Viss, able to knock that one down, comes back, commanding win over Albion, right? So 2 teams that have gotten the better end of them, and they were like, you know what? No, we don't want any more of that. We're going to bounce back and make sure we get it done.
Yeah, Cole finishes, and a foul by Viss might be your 4th. I think that Albion loss in overtime at Kresge a while back really stung because it really was a detriment to their even tying for a championship.
Right. I mean, we'd be looking at completely different scenarios we'd be talking about right here, right? I mean, if they'd won that game and assumed everything else shook out the same way it did, Hope's looking to host the MIAA tournament with a win here this afternoon. So unfortunately, that's not the case. Trine still sitting solid in first place, but sometimes those losses end up propelling you in a different way, through the postseason. And Hope will have to get it done on the road if they want to make that deep run, but we'll see what they can do.
Well, last year's tournament was at Trine. Calvin, the surprise tournament victory, and Calvin was favored first in the preseason poll this year. Hope was second, Trine was third, as Petrulia with a nice feed inside, and she scores. So you never know come tournament time.
And Calvin's played both Hope and Trine very close, Mike. Right. So either of those games, you never know, one possession goes one way or the other. Calvin could very easily get it done again this year, right? You never know in the MIAA. As Capuch knocks that one down.
NBA triple, we call that a 4-point shot.
Yeah.
My goodness, give her 12. I remember Hope a couple years ago, not last year, but the 3 years previously, they played Trine and Calvin in both games in the last 3 years of that tournament. Trine and Calvin was ranked every year. Hope ran the table. They won 3 straight. This is the men's team, won 3 straight tournament titles. One of the best runs, most incredible runs I've ever seen. So you never know with the tournament magic. 3-ball on the way. Brunsberg, no, but Katie Blasey, who's had just a fantastic game, Three ball on the way, Petrulia, Yahtzee. Morehouse wants a timeout. 5:07 left in this one. It's all Hope, 79-54. We'll be back right here on the Anchor Network. Update from Van Ord Arena on the campus of University of Calvin, 64-59 in men's action as the Knights over the Flying Dutchman with 10:57 to play. As Hope trying to win on the road. And a win would secure #1 seed and a bye in the first round, and a game, I believe that's played on next Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Right
Not
here.
only a 1 seed, but how about just a win against your rival, Mike?
Absolutely.
Sometimes that even means a little bit more.
Absolutely, and it was a disappointing loss for the Hope men the last go around here at DeVos. They had a 12-point lead in the first half, and they lost by 15. As Hope just withered in the second half. Strong Calvin defense, poor shooting. But even, you know, the Hope men, they have not shot ball well all year long. It is what it is, but they've somehow, with gauze and you know, tape, have managed to put together a really strong conference run. Petrulia for three, the rainbow from the rafters, count it.
And she's now finding herself a little bit more open here deep in the second half. That first half, Trine doing a great job making sure she didn't even touch the ball. She's finding her way open now and able to just keep knocking them down and extends this lead to 28.
How about 10 times in the last 13 games for Petrulia? The University of Illinois transfer from D1 has been in double figures and really showing the prowess that was that people expected for her when she did the transfer to Hope.
Yeah, and it's always tough. Doesn't matter, you know, what level team you're coming from.
Right.
Stepping into a new team, new culture, new players, teammates, all the things. It takes, you know, some time. There's a learning curve there. So we saw that last year into this year. But I mean, this season, she has really just taken off in a bunch of different ways. We know she's a great shooter. We've talked about it defensively, the way she can also, you know, facilitate in other ways on the floor. She takes another triple. Thought that one was going down too, Mike, but just stepped into a much bigger role, different role here for Hope, and she's going to be fun to watch for a few more years.
And just a sophomore, it's hard to believe. I know I said it in the first half. I don't mean to be sounding like a broken record, but the talent being displayed by such a young talent for Brian Morehouse in his 30th year is nothing short of amazing. Hope stinging Trine with 82 points. I'm trying to find the biggest offensive output for any team this year against Trine as Blasey picks up the foul. And it hasn't been much. I don't think any team has scored 80 on them all season long, let alone 70. I think I see 67 points in the loss against Platteville. I think that's the highest that any team has scored against Trine all season long. That's incredible,
But for the most part, opponents are like 40s, 50s. That's what we're looking at, right? So, yeah, this is, you know, high production out of this Hope offense.
Blasey, Vermont Richards. Nice feed, nice dish. 84-55, and with 3:20, I think you can almost, you never say never, but almost put this one in the books as that's a turnover on Trine. And I think with that, I think we're going to get the 5 out for Hope and 5 new white jerseys on a tremendous performance as a standing ovation for the Flying Dutch on this beautiful Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, fun to hear, fun to see. These fans know that this game just means a little bit more for this Hope team. And those starters, those second strings have given it their all here this afternoon. So well-deserved standing ovation for this Flying Dutch team.
Update from the Olivet Trine game in men's action. Trine on an 8-0 run. Olivet up 2 with 8 minutes left.
And that helps those Hope fans that are watching that one, because you want Trine to win that one. If Trine wins, doesn't matter what happens in that Hope Calvin game, right? So a couple different ways that they could find their way into that 1 seed.
An Olivet win and a Hope loss would give Olivet the #1 seed since 2017-18 when they tied for the conference championship. And an Olivet loss would give Hope the #1 seed in the tournament and the MIAA conference title, the 5th for Greg Mitchell. Stopping, popping, and hitting. Good runner on the baseline. Sydney Bodie, the freshman out of Baldwin, Missouri.
And Sydney Bode, someone a freshman.
Thank you.
No, you're totally good, Mike. Sydney Bode, someone we haven't seen much this year, but I'm excited watching her play. I was talking a couple weeks ago to Biggie. You just talked to them at halftime, but he said that she's been working. She's been in the weight room trying to get better and develop. We see the size that she has and already what she can do in the minutes she does have. Exciting to watch how she's going to develop over the next year or two, and I think we even see a huge leap come her sophomore season.
You bet. Grayson, and I love that. I love the behind-the-scenes knowledge of how these women prepare for their seasons and their careers. Grayson Guy in the game, the junior out of Petoskey, Michigan, and we talked about Sydney Bode. Bailey Stewart back in the game. Number 33, Morgan Miller, the junior out of Portland, Oregon, and a teachable moment for all of us. Jillian Sorrell, the freshman out of Grand Haven, former Buccaneer. So getting some playing action as Hope is going to break a 4-game losing streak against Trine and break Trine's 33-game regular season streak as far as conference victories. In a fantastic performance, Hope coughs it up in a backcourt foul with 2:17 left.
Go ahead. No, you go first, Mike. Go for it.
You bet. If you want to catch up on all that's going on in MIAA play, go to MIAA.org for all the finals and the shakedowns and the standings. Entertaining reading as we close it out in a very long season here at the end of February.
Yeah, and just another update. Calvin looks like they went on a 5-0 run, so they're up 73-65 over Hope right now. So they're trying to extend that a little bit. Hope trying to keep things close. Just under 9 minutes left in that one. So right when this game's done, definitely jump on over to that stream. Watch an exciting end to that game.
And I believe Calvin has locked down the #4 seed in the tournament. They were favored to win the conference. Trine was favored second and Hope third, Olivet fourth. Well, Olivet's done their job.
Right.
I think maybe a year ahead of schedule. That's a very young and a very talented team. They surprised a lot of people. I wasn't expecting Olivet to fade at all, but they really surprised me that they just kept playing quality basketball all season long. Good feed down low, and going up strong as Guy, she'll learn a trip to the line. It's 86-56. Still have had trouble with the stat sheet, but right now Hope shooting 55% and more importantly 56 from the three-point line, 13 of 23. That might be a season high for them, and it couldn't come at a better time, could it?
Right, it could. And I mean, to end your season on a 30-point win at home against Trine, the one who's gotten the better of you already this season, they're the regular season conference champs. It feels good as you head into postseason play.
It'll be the second time this year that they've shot over 50%. They were 52% against Adrian in late January, but this would be a season high with 140 remaining. Trine has cleared their bench. As the kick out over to Peyton Palmer. Ella Muhammad in the game. Hope clamping down on defense. 5 to shoot. Hope fans loving it. Turnover.
Love to see this out of these players. Maybe they don't get quite as many minutes, you know, as their counterparts, as Sorrell able to get the and one opportunity to fall at the other end. But it'd be so easy in the last couple minutes to kind of sit back on defense, just go through the motions. That's not what we're seeing right now, Mike. They are picking it up, keeping things moving here. Forces the turnover. Awesome job by this Hope team.
I like what Sorrell did. She was inviting contact to try to get that in case the shot didn't go down, and that is a smart move. Sorrell, the freshman, adding some height to this team. A very young team for Hope. Good sell of the fake, step back 18-footer, nice basket. Merrill Coliff, a freshman out of Lewis Center, Ohio, Olatangi High School. Well, I always think that no matter if it's a minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, just to get your feet wet on this court, for lack of a better word. That's going the other way. Just it's got to pay dividends down the road.
Oh, it has to. It has to, Mike. You know, just to play against high-level teams, high-level basketball. Both this Hope and Trine team, it doesn't matter if it's your first or 15th player. They're going to be good basketball players. We see that these are high, caliber basketball teams. So there's good basketball, good talent still on this floor. So it doesn't matter when in the game it comes. It's a great experience to have under your belt.
Absolutely. They're all stars on their high school team. They're leaders. Put back from short range, missing. Lily Johnson, the Liberty Township, Ohio sophomore. She'll be back next year. Still some work to be done, obviously, in the tournament. We'll have tournament next week. Both these teams will have first-round byes. Trine will face, in the second round, the winner of Calvin, who's the number 4 seed, in Alma and Kalamazoo. We've had some trouble with the stat sheet. We'll see if we can get an update on that. Looks like Alma has defeated Kalamazoo, so Alma will have the number 5 seed. Kalamazoo will have the number 6 seed, as this one is in the books. And Hope College breaks the streak, 4-game losing streak to Trine. They break Trine's 33-game conference streak with a convincing victory on this Saturday.
Awesome job by Hope College. Just resilient bounce-back win over one of their conference rivals, Trine. Sydney Viss leads all scorers with 17, 5 of 7 from three-point land for her. Chloe Brunsberg second along the way, 5 of 6 from the field, 4 of 5 for her from the three-point line. So great shooting affair, not just by those two, but by everyone. On the Trine side of the ball, Willems led all scorers on the Trine side with 16 as well. So Hope getting it done in a lot of different ways. Just red hot from deep today, Mike.
Yeah, season high, 57%, 13 of 23 from deep. And I'll tell you, when you get 6 players in double figures showing the balance, I think Trine had so many swords being drawn on them, they didn't know where to turn.
Right, absolutely. Just some great basketball here this afternoon. Should be an exciting next few weeks as we roll into the postseason. So again, that MIAA tournament will get going here next week. We're going to see things will run through Angola, Indiana in those semifinals and finals games next Friday and Saturday.
Good stuff. Hope finishes at 22-3 on the year. Trine at 21-4. We'll see both these teams next week in the conference finals. We invite you to check in to the Calvin broadcast and men's action as Hope trying to finish out and win a conference. But they're trailing late in the second half, but go to Calvin University's website and you can catch up. For Lucas Shelton, thanks so much, my friend. I'm Mike Coleman. Nice victory, 89-58, and we'll catch up to each other at some point, but a lot of basketball left to be played.
Absolutely.
For the women, and nice victory here at DeVos. Until next time, thanks to our broadcast crew. Nice job by the Flying Dutch.